Anderson on HBO Max, April 23rd.
Okay, mic testing 1 2. Hope everybody can hear me. Thank you guys once again for joining us. We are on episode 5, Talk Your Instinct. And man, I got a banger for you guys today. You know, it's been a while since we actually seen this individual. In fact, it's actually been a long time since I even talked about this individual. You know, he's been around Killer Instinct for pretty much the day of launch, has been supporting it since the day of launch, and he's been traveling nonstop, supporting his community from overseas, not just here in the U.S., but from where he is at right now in the Netherlands. You know, it's been a long time coming for me and him to finally sit down and actually talk about his journey
I'm afraid your
and
path
stuff
ends
like
here.
that. And Trey, the Brett, thank you for the host, my brother. I appreciate it. Or the Nether Realms. Actually, I should have said that first, but I didn't want to do a bad joke. But anyways, it is my distinct honor to bring probably one of the chillest guys in this whole entire community that I have talked to over the years and stuff like that. And without him, I wouldn't be able to do the ultra combo videos that I did back in the past if it wasn't for this guy. Me, him, we went back and forth, and we. It wasn't just ultra combo videos that we went back and forth. We also went back and forth on giveaways. He called me Santa Claus back in the day, and I called him, no, you're Mr. Giveaway. So we always had that inside joke.
Welcome to SmackDown Hotel.
So, guys, it is my distinct honor to bring and give a round of applause to Mr. KI4Life.
SmackDown.
There we go. Yeah, my bad. It's okay.
Great comment. Hey, thank you, Maddie, for inviting me. It's truly an honor. When I heard about this show, Talk Your Instinct, that you're actually going to interview people and you're going to have a sit down and know a little bit more about the person behind the player. I was totally excited, and I was like, okay, I want to be on this show. So I was kind of retweeting you and asking you, hinting you, hey, you're going to do this show, but are you going to do some international players as well? And you said, yeah, definitely going to invite international players. So I was pretty excited for that. And now it's finally, the day that we can have a sit down and have this talk. So a lot of topics we can discuss. You mentioned a few, but I also have some surprises on my list. So yeah,
Yeah.
thanks you for inviting me. It's like being inducted to the WWE Hall of Fame. It feels like that, or talking to the new Oprah of the
Y-
KI
per-
community. Man, everybody,
okay.
nobody else can do interviews with other players. You're the guy, the go-to guy, because
Yeah.
the rest they don't matter.
Um.
What's up, Charlie boy?
Oh. Oh, we have another. God, now that I brought you on the show, now I got Orchid. I got another Orchid player in here now. Jesus, what's going on today?
The last two orchids, we're here.
Pretty much.
Shout out to Charlie boy, man.
Yeah, I know. Charlie boy, come on the show one day. But yeah,
Hey, Charlie boy, if you stick around, I have a nice story about Charlie boy, man.
oh, I do
Nothing
too.
spectacular.
But yeah, we're gonna we're gonna get down to the nitty gritty here in a little bit. My first thing is,
afraid you're
guys,
gonna have
thank
here.
you for the alerts. I appreciate it. Games World Lounge, thank you for the host. Um, before Killer Instinct came to us back in 2013, um, what were you doing before then?
Before that, well, as you know, KI was pretty much one of the best arcade machines or the most popular machines in the arcades in the 90s, right?
Yeah,
So I have a little throwback. I'm going to show it on screen. Not sure if you people can see it.
yeah. Oh yes, we can
Um,
see it.
you can see it. Okay,
Hmm.
great. So this is actually where I started to go to arcade. This is now a store. It says Flying Tiger here, but this was actually an arcade, and I spent a lot of time here in Amsterdam, in the Netherlands.
Mm.
Uh, First playing Mortal Kombat, and then Mortal Kombat 2, and then one day there was this loud arcade machine introduced that pretty much overwhelmed everything else in the arcade. It was loud. People were talking about it. People were standing around it, and it was Killer Instinct. And I thought it was so cool because it introduced something new. It had combos, ultra combos, cool looking combos. It had animals, skeletons, pretty much everything you wanted to see in a fighting game. And I think it was back then that my love for Killer Instinct started. And I think back then Killer Instinct 1 wasn't something I played that much,
Hmm.
like not so much as Killer Instinct 2. Killer Instinct 2, like the sequel of it, I played a lot, and mainly because Killer Instinct had this leaderboard, which was unlike any other fighting game.
Oh
Because
yeah,
if
I
you did
remember hearing
ultras,
that.
you could enter your initials, and
Hmm.
in KI1 that was only for the hits. But in KI2 you also had to do like these damage combos, including the hits. And I was trying to do like the full leaderboard with my name with every character on the roster for Killer Instinct 2. So that took quite some time to master. And back then internet was not around that much,
Yeah,
so you had to
it
go
was
to
like
either the
it.
university or someone else you knew who had access to internet. And there was
Hmm.
this move list. Someone printed it out and took it to the arcade, and then you had to make copies and stuff.
Yeah.
um, and that's how we knew how to do, like longer ultras or some no mercies or the latest glitches on the different versions. That was like before KI returned, because I think after 1995 or something, it didn't came out on the Ultra 64, of course, because KI Gold came out.
Hmm.
I had that as well, but it didn't feel the same.
Yeah.
It didn't play the same. It looked different. So I think after that, I was mainly interested in getting KI1 to work, or either on PC or emulator. And there was one that was pretty accurate called Ultra HLE. But yeah, you needed a killer PC back then to actually run it.
Yeah.
And then it kind of died down, and pretty much like every other year, I would Google and check if there were any news on KI. And then I think in, what is it, 2013 E3,
Hmm.
yeah, Killer Instinct was announced again, right? And then we have a video of Max reacting to it.
Yeah. Before we get to Mass's video, there was actually like a little tease in a Nintendo Power magazine. It was actually it
Was that
was
with Kong?
it no, it was actually with Banjo and Kazooie.
Ah, okay.
They were on the front cover, and this was back in, I think it was like like I think it was like '02 or '03 or something like that.
I remember that.
Yeah. It was during the Christmas time, and Banjo Kazooie, they were right by a Christmas tree, and Banjo had a present in his hand.
Hmm.
But if you looked at the chimney, the not the chimney, the fireplace that they were right next to, there was three stockings above the fireplace. I think it was on either the far right or on the far left. Killer Instinct 3 symbol was posted right there. That was it. That's all we got.
Hmm.
Like only a few people picked up on that. And then ever since then we were like, when is this happening? Then 360 and the PS3 were introduced. Nothing. Yeah, we got Street Fighter 4, which came out in 2009, which was great and stuff like that. It brought back the fire, the energy for us fighting game players back into it. But we didn't really see anything after that because pretty much Street Fighter took over.
Hmm.
But
Yeah,
luckily in 2013, we got a little something that we weren't quite expecting. And
nobody.
yeah, we were totally clueless. So we're gonna play this little clip, really quick, and Chi, I want to get your response after this clip.
Yeah, sure.
one at launch, and it's now in theater playable at E3.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Launch title. That's how you do it. Start announcing launch titles. What the fuck?
Coming to your home in 2013, only on Xbox One! Jago,
Ah!
Glacius,
Ah!
Saber Wolf,
Ah!
Ultra Combo! Killer Instinct.
Ah!
We listened, and Killer Instinct is back, only on Xbox One. Now, I want to talk about another creative first-party partner, one that I've personally admired and wanted to work with for a long time.
I'm fucking crying.
Visionaries behind the
Ah! Ah! Ah!
So, Cheap,
Yeah.
your reaction. We'll get to my reaction later, but Cheap, in 2013, we got a glimpse of that.
Right. I think what Max was portraying in the video is pretty much how every Kill Instinct fan was feeling after seeing the introduction back, that Kill Instinct after all these years was going to be a launch title on the
Hmm.
Xbox One, right? I think seeing the different characters and seeing them doing ultras and then hearing the announcer say ultra combo, that was something special. And I think at the whole E3 show, KI and the announcement of Kill Instinct got the biggest pop, and I was super excited when I saw it. I couldn't believe it because, like I said, I wasn't expecting anything. Like every now and then, I would Google something about Killer Instinct, and literally there was nothing for years, and then suddenly it came back. So obviously, after the announcement, I was hooked and wanted to know more. And Double Helix, the developer back then, they were showcasing the game at E3 and then different other stages, and they had like these streams, right, from Microsoft pre-launch, where they would show the game
Hmm.
and talk about development. And there was a stream, I think, every week at Super Dojo.
Yeah,
It's somewhere in California, right?
yeah. It was actually in San Diego, California.
Right. And remember, maybe every week or every 2 weeks, they would host like a tournament where Double Helix would have a machine there where people could play. And I remember the streams back then were like 6 a.m. my time. But
Yeah,
I would just wake up and watch these guys play this new version of KI, and then I saw you could do like ultra combos over 100 hits, and I was like, over 100 hits? No way!
yeah.
And
Pretty much.
like cool T-shirts with my ultra is better than yours, and that basically built up the hype for me on absolutely for certain I had to get this game on launch day.
Yeah. So pretty much like when Killer Instinct was announced at E3 2013, we were all like I literally screamed like a fucking girl, but I kind of put to it like this: I am gonna play this game every fucking day, the day of launch. I am gonna get good. I'm gonna go to tournaments. I am gonna compete. Like I'm literally gonna try to be the best in my area. Like I mean like I had that drive back like in my initial D days, when initial D was a thing, but the only problem was back then we only had the arcade. So like I'm sitting here spending, $40 to almost $60 a freaking day just to get good at this game. I mean, I accomplished it, but my wallet kind of hurt it back then, but with consoles it's a little bit different. But the fact of the remainder is, um, when E3 decided to say, I here's Killer Instinct, like did you have that drive saying that like I'm gonna try to be that better player, or or I'm gonna be that person to support it. Um,
I would honestly say that at the beginning, when I realized that KI was coming back, I was just happy as a fan to be able to play it again, a next version. I didn't really
yeah,
have like a goal, like, okay, I'm going to be the greatest competitor at this game, or even
which
thinking of streaming. That didn't
yeah,
even came to my mind because that was at a later stage when the Twitch app became available on the Xbox One. I
hmm,
just wanted to play the game again
yeah,
and learn everything, like back in the 90s.
yeah. So with Ki coming back, and we're all like really happy campers because like honestly, like it's just that the characters. And the minute I saw Jago, I just went, my childhood has literally come back to me. But there was one character that we didn't get to see, and we didn't think that she was gonna make it, cause back then, like we were getting little hints on Twitter, and we tried to see these live streams as much as we could, like you just said. We were,
Right.
I it happened at three, like at nighttime where I'm at. So this, I'm gonna watch this before I go to bed. But you had to wake up like at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning just to watch these streams, because after
Hmm.
that was it. You couldn't watch any of it. but there was one Pacific character that you were kind of eyeballing, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people were eyeballing, and we
Right,
were
right, right.
praying that she made it into the season one, um, into the season one cast. I'm gonna play a little clip here, and I'm just looking at my notes really quick.
Yeah, let's see it.
Yeah, because when we were and that was the one thing that I really liked about Double Helix when they were doing this stuff. They left like really good teasers back in the day. We were just like, huh?
Yeah, the trailers and the teasers were out of this world, and I
Yeah,
think only at a later stage Maximilian was involved in these trailers. But pre-launch, the trailers themselves were already hyped.
yeah. And then majority of the time, which I liked them when they did it. They left us with cliffhangers. Like
Mhm.
they like the thing that Double Helix said, they made us draw into more like as fans. So I'm gonna play this this clip right here really quick, and then we're gonna get a response really quick.
Yes. That we can say. We want you to see all the awesomeness that the game has to offer.
Sure,
Yeah, but
sweet
once you
stuff.
come in, we want to do like that.
Sure, go for a silly hit combo.
Yeah.
All right, last match.
Last match.
Make it quick.
Oh, what did you do? You kicked an Xbox.
You kicked the Xbox?
I'm well.
Oh my god, get out of here.
Whoever gets themselves like man, so this is like one of the live streams that Microsoft did
Oh,
pre-launch,
nice.
and where characters
Oh!
was not known yet, right?
There we go.
And I think in this particular clip, they made a huge mistake because Campbell, like the Asian dude of Microsoft,
Yeah,
he was
we know
pretty
him as Butttooth because he was a player.
what to. Okay.
That honestly, for those that don't know, Campbell, he was one of the guys that worked on Killer Instinct with Double Helix. We know him as Butttooth in Street Fighter 4. He actually had a really good El Fuerte. So, and he actually made somebody rage quit at NorCal Regionals on stream. It was like the funniest thing ever. But other than that, yeah, go on, Chi.
Yeah, so this particular clip is like classic because by accident, by choosing random select, Orchid was triggered, which, she was not revealed yet. So
No.
everybody was, losing their mind seeing Orchid. And, in that particular clip, Campbell realized when he saw Orchid on stream that, oh shit, I made a huge mistake. And, the Microsoft staff was laughing at him. And they immediately ended the stream, just to prevent any further damage. But yeah, that was a great moment for my main to be revealed at such a funny moment back then.
Yeah, cause back then, like they had to be hush hush about a lot of stuff,
Yeah, a lot
but
of stuff was stay tuned this, stay tuned that.
yeah,
That was basically their go-to answer.
but if you actually like watch back, I don't know if this was done on purpose or but you can tell by like their body language and their facial expressions, they're like, oh, I kind of fucked up on this, but it literally happened like in a snap of a finger, like
Right.
literally snap of a finger. Like you have to really pay attention and stuff like that. So I mean, but back then, I you were probably one of the few that caught it. I wasn't really paying attention, but then my buddy on Twitter, I forgot who tweeted it out. Our good buddy Amakashi, you guys used to know him as Nasser, was another good Orchid player here in NorCal. Um, he tweeted that video out, and that got retweeted probably like 200 times because
Mhm.
Orchid was mentioned.
Right. It
And
was all over the Double Helix forum as well, of course.
yeah,
Like people were talking about it afterwards, and they couldn't really hide the fact that Orchid was leaked that way.
Mhm.
I'm sure Campbell feels pretty bad about it till this day.
it's okay.
Maybe he wanted to be fired, right?
Yeah, we all make mistakes. You know, um, when we were doing the Shadow Jago testing, when he was becoming his own character, I actually got and that spot's one from Iron Galaxy. It's like, hey Matt, I want you to try this out. I go,
Mm.
oh, okay, sure. Like, do you want me to mark any notes or anything like that? And my buddy started to play. He started to play Hisako. So he came over because, like, it was training day for him, and I think like he was playing her for you know for like 3 weeks or something like that.
Hey, Scar,
Well,
thank you for the.
oh shoot, Scar, thank you for the host, my brother, the big old 21 right there. I forgot what 21 felt like. But anyways, so my buddy came over and he's like, "Hey, you ready to play some KI?" I go, "Yeah." I totally forgot to switch the Xboxes.
Oh, really?
I totally forgot. And like like the gamer tags on the I think in season 2 it was on the upper left corner, I believe.
Right.
I think so. So I wasn't paying attention because back then it was a long serial number.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
When we got the test stuff, and and of course I pitched out Jago because that's one of the characters I play. So I was like, all right, you're about to get it, and then that's when my buddy noticed the different pose that Shadow Jago had. He goes, "Oh, did Shadow Jago get a new pose?" And I look, I went, "Oh shit!"
It's the wrong control.
I go, "You're not supposed to see that." He's like, "Oh, Matt, is he gonna be hell good?" I go, "Nope, nope, 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 nope. You're not allowed to see anything." I'm so glad Iron Galaxy didn't get to know about that. David goes, "Just show me one thing. I swear God won't tell." I go, "No, I showed you enough." So, um, so when Orchid came out, like a officially cheat,
Mhm.
um, was that the character that you were really glued to? I mean, like I know back then when the game launched, we only had 6 characters to play with, but
Correct.
Orchid was one of them. And then she got teased with the little tease trailer at the end of Sadira's trailer, and then we got to see like her gameplay through the Iron Galaxy and stuff like that. What made you pick her?
Well, you would think that, back in KI1, KI2, that I was always an Orchid main, but actually in the older games, I was playing pretty much the whole roster and not particularly or specifically Orchid. But I think when she was reintroduced in, KI 2013, I picked her up because I think she and Sadira to me were the most interesting ones. And then people who are watching my stream, they know I usually only pick the female characters. I don't know why I like to play with female characters.
You're
And for
you're
me,
just like Charlie and Nancer. You guys only played the cute girls.
a low tier cute girl. And I think Orchid appealed to me more because Orchid was like a returning character and Sadira was kind of new, right?
No, yeah, Sadira back then, she was literally like a brand new character. She's never
Right.
been in anything.
Right. And it turned out that Sadira was like top tier back in season 1 when the game came out.
Mm-hmm.
Because CD Junior won Evo with her. But I think Orchid was interesting to me. And then I also, Max had like a video where he did this ultra challenge, right? He
Mm-hmm.
challenged everybody to do long as ultras and post it to him. And, that was right up my alley coming from the older games and with the leaderboards. So I picked up that challenge, and it was around that time that I also came into contact with the best three brothers from France. I don't know if you know them, but they had all the tech back in season one, discovering new and broken stuff with pretty much every character, including Orchid. And they shared some information with me about how Orchid could do multiple ultras, like 5 or 6. And there was this glitch with her Ultra Ender. It could recap after an opponent was in the air, and you could also reset an Ultra like 5 or 6 times, at least during the instinct time.
Yeah,
Um,
because back then in season one, there was no such thing as recapture. Like this was literally a glitch,
mhm,
and I don't know if this is true or not, but I remember some of the guys from Iron Galaxy, they actually played the game before they even started working on it, and then they were like, we should add this as a feature into the game because
right.
Orchid was literally the only one that can do it during her ultra, and that's what make it kept going and going and going. So I don't know if that's true or not. So, but I heard rumor it was.
Yeah, that was pretty much the case, and I would like practice her recap or like the multiple ultras all the time. Like back when I had an Xbox One, and I started streaming. That was pretty much the only thing I did, and people were coming into my stream interested in what I was doing. Even the community manager, Mike Robles, back then, he also noticed that I was pretty much streaming this game and doing the same thing, trying to get the longest ultra ever or possible. And yeah, that's how I got noticed, I guess, and also people coming into my channel because I had something different to offer. But back then, when I was started streaming, I was pretty intimidated, to say the least, because I wasn't used to stream or to interact. In the beginning, I just had my laptop next to me. I was streaming. I was just reading the chat and I was typing stuff back instead of talking because I didn't know what to say or whatever. And I think later I had more fun trying to set up my streams and to interact with my community. And yeah, I think Mike Robles also played a big role in the beginning because he also introduced me or invited me to the Microsoft community and to start streaming for them on their official channel, on the Killer Instinct channel.
Hmm.
And he also hooked me up with a lot of merchandise to do giveaways and stuff. That's basically how the giveaway thing started during my streams.
Yeah, speaking of giveaways, guys, stay tuned. Probably like later on the show, we are going to be doing a giveaway here pretty soon. Yeah, Mr. Ultra Combo. I love that you called yourself that because back in the day, not only you inspired me to do ultra combos, but there was two other individuals that
Who were
that
those?
that inspired me too. Well, the first one was you, but Maximilian,
Definitely.
but there was a sleeper. Nobody there was only a few people who knew that he played this game. Our good buddy Vesper Arcade.
Oh, I know him. I know him for sure.
Yeah, but a lot of people didn't know that he played.
Hmm.
They thought that he just did it for shits and giggles, but he actually like understood it. And man, that guy would literally come out with ultra combos like every freaking week with every single character. But then Matt's laid down a challenge with Orchid. And back in season one, you can literally only do this with Orchid, and we actually have the video right now. Let's get a recap, and then and this pretty much made you go boom after this. So let's go ahead and watch that really quick.
Instinct out, a lot of people are going for these combo challenges of getting the most hits possible within an ultra combo. and I'm going to be doing so as well. And the first character I decided to focus on and put a few hours into figuring out how many hits I could possibly get is Orchid, and this is actually using 3 Ultras. So, check out the video, and what I also want to do is extend this challenge to anybody else, that if you have an Ultra combo that can possibly beat the amount of hits in this one, leave me a message on either Twitter or Facebook. You can follow the links in the description below on where to contact me, and I'd like to highlight you or your channel if you do have a higher combo amount and use the video. So let me know what you guys think about this one. I'll be back with the next character as soon as I focus a little bit more on the rest of the cast, but yeah. This includes no counter breakers, it's just a raw, normal combo, not any additional hits, and I'd like everyone to follow the same rules by not using any counter breakers. So let me know what you guys think, and enjoy the triple ultra Orchid combo.
So, Cheap, after that was announced, Matt's pretty much laid down the challenge.
Right.
Was there any possible way that you could probably get 4 or 5? I mean, back then, 3 was mind blowing to us because
Like everything over 100 was already mind blowing, right? Coming from KI2 when the max was 80.
Yeah.
Everything over 100 was amazing.
Yeah, and I think during E3, someone did get a little over 100 with Jago, but it kind of stopped at 99 because it didn't go over 100 or something like that. I remember that video. That video was, I was just going, oh, well, what? So with Orchid, with that glitch, and then Matt's laid down the challenge. There was 2 guys that literally were trying, like really trying hard. That was you and Vesper Arcade. Because I remember back in the day, Vesper had a video too. And then when he was able to get 4, he was like, I want you to spam this on Matt's Twitter. I want you to spam this on his YouTube. Like, he was literally like calling him out, pretty much. But then you did something later on. So can you talk to me like the tech and the stuff that you literally did with Orchid that probably took maybe hours, because I know how that feels.
So Orchid, and I talked to Vesper Arcade on this as well. Orchid had the ability to do a ultra ender during the ultra, where in the part where there is a fire cat also part of the ultra, and if you timed it right correctly, you could let them hit simultaneously, and it would just count as a normal hit, and then you could continue your ultra with a shadow move. So you would be able to do part of your ultra, and then your shadow meter would fill again. So you could do a reset of the ultra. I think in total you could do 6, and that would get you close to about 200 without any counter breakers. And Vesper Arcade had also these videos where he would show you the timing of what you needed to press, but that was on a joypad. But later he also did it on an arcade stick. So I actually learned a lot of Vesper as well, learning that Orchid Ultra Tech.
Yeah, because not only
later when I kind of had a good timing of the glitch itself, I was trying to add counter breakers to it just to see how far I could take it. So every day on ranked and while streaming, I was just trying to face other people and do the most counter breakers up until the ultra part. And that's where the one video that I have for Orchid with the Ultra at 300. I think that's my what is the most popular YouTube video. And but it's not the longest Ultra, but I can talk about it after that.
Yeah, because back then that was literally like unheard of. Like
Pretty
it's
much.
because back then, we, me as a Jago player, like I only the only way I could figure his ultra combo out was through Vesper Arcade, but I was able
Mhm.
to get one more extra hit and literally beat his record literally by one hit because of the ender. Like instead of doing like another DP, you know, you would do fireball, fireball, then like a DP.
Right.
My buddy, he was like, "Why don't you try to do heavy laser sword?" I go, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah, instead of doing one hit, maybe the second hit will land." And I go, "Oh, okay, I'll try it," and it actually worked.
I think back then Bastry also had there was a challenge from Microsoft to do the most Ultra Enders, and I think Bastry won that with I think it was either Glacius or he had some Jago tech as well, where we do Fireball and then recap with the Shadow
Yeah.
uh, Wind Kick.
Oh
That
yeah,
was some cool stuff.
because the shadow meat because I think during the ultra and stuff like that it builds your meter as well,
Mhm.
so you
Yeah.
can you literally figure stuff out and stuff like that. Yeah, Jago had a really cool one. Um, Sadira she also had one which you had to pretty much literally had to sit there and watch it and watch it. Like if you were playing online because back then you literally just had to sit there because if you rage quit back in season one, you went
It
to
would get you to
jail.
jail.
Yeah,
Right.
you actually went to jail, and then you actually had the icon saying that you're in jail,
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
which
I
was
think that
like,
there was like a glitch and that put everybody in jail at some point, and they had to fix that.
yeah, yeah, because like say like if your opponent rage quit but you didn't do anything, you actually went to jail also, which was like the dumbest thing. But then they fixed it, but unfortunately that doesn't really exist anymore. They literally got rid of it. Um, yeah, I mean, like you really inspired me on the ultra combos and stuff like that. I think the biggest one I ever got was with I believe I got it with Cinder. Um, I saw you in Vesper Arcade. You guys were duking it out, but you guys weren't only able to get 235 by the time I saw your guys' video.
Hmm.
And I remember I used to like oh my god, like there has to be a way to get an extra hit. There has to be a way. Like I literally sat there for 3 fucking hours just trying to figure it out. Like to some people they're like, "Oh, like ultra combos are nothing," but it's actually like try to like figuring out like how to extend it. Like try to get that little extra hit and
Mhm. I
and
think
it,
that was like part of the beauty, at least for me, and some of the other guys that I played together with, and try to figure out where we could extend ultra combos. It was basically trying to figure out, okay, do I do this opener first, or
mhm.
do I do manual here? Are there any recaps possible? When do I do instant cancel, and how do I do, the last 10 hits to actually land it? So yeah, that
Yeah.
was part of the challenge for me learning those things. And then
Yeah.
after Orchid, I tried it with several other characters of the cast. Some of them I had some really a lot of fun with. Some of them don't, like Ram. Ram didn't actually had something special with his ultra, but for example, Rash was super fun to do, and he had an
Yep.
extra week as well back then, but they patched it out later.
Yeah, I remember that. Um, yeah, because I remember like I got onto the like on the front page of the SRK uh for, forums or their page. For those that do remember, we used to have like a website called Shuriken.com, and if you literally got on that front of that page, you were golden. Like you were literally
You made
golden.
it.
Yeah, and of course, didn't you make it to on there too? I'm pretty sure that you did.
Can't remember, to be honest.
Yeah, but like honestly, like those moments right there, even though they were like ultra combos, like you like inspired me to like push myself like really really hard. I remember the first one I did got on the front page was with TJ Combo
What's up, Helsingon?
when when he first came out. Yeah, in fact, he was still in beta testing because we were still in season 1, but with
Mhm.
season 2 changes already
Right.
on the game.
Everybody was complaining about his face when he came out,
Yeah,
but they fixed that.
yeah, they did. And but yeah, I just want to say thank you because like, if it wasn't for you, Vesper and Maximilian, I would have never gotten there. And I don't know how my TJ got onto the front page, but then after that, I was able to get Omen, I was able to get Cinder on there, and then luckily I got Rash on there, and like I was just like joking around with them, and I was like, let me see if this works,
Mhm.
and then and I would never forget like they titled it like how to like demolish your opponent or something like that, and then with TJ I got the world record. At that time, it was 196 hits because at first when the first video came out, I think it was like 191. Then I saw our buddy Jay Stylus, who
Mhm.
was also a TJ player.
Okay.
He got
Right.
190. He got 195, and I go, well, that sucks. So that made me push even harder. I got one, and then I tied with them, and then I was able to get 196. And then all of a sudden, not even 2 days, he finds out and he gets one more hit off of me. And I go, can I just get one? Can I just get one? Like Jesus, like that's what I really liked about Ultra Combos. Like back in the day, like it pushed us just to figure out like the littlest a gap. It was like
Yeah, I
really
agree.
really
I
entertaining for me.
remember these battles with the other people, and I think it was never really like outplaying each other. It's just the challenge of one, trying your creativity and find something new, and then inspire the other one to do even better. And I think it's a vital part of Killer Instinct. I mean, the ultra combos. Some people think it's like stupid or dumb or a waste of their time. But looking at the history of KI, it was always a big part of Killer Instinct.
I'm
And
afraid
yeah,
your
why
path
not
ends
for
here.
this version of KI? And no, it's not only about competitive gaming and the tournaments, but also the styling and trying to outperform each other. What's up,
Uh,
Venino?
yeah, Benito. Thank you for the sub. Um, so moving forward, um, Killer Instinct, pretty much released in 2013. Like we're all excited and stuff like that. Now comes tournament play.
Hmm.
Back then, Orchid was literally in my mind. I literally thought Orchid was pretty much top 3 in my book because like even Gutter Magic really agreed with me. Like he straight up said Orchid is literally 50-50 on everybody, even though it was only 8 characters. But if you want to include Shadow Jago, that's 9. But it was back then. It was just a Jago skin. God,
Hmm.
I miss that so much. Um, now it's crunch time. Now we're getting tournaments and stuff like that. And if you run into a really good Orchid, it's pretty hard to stop her. Once she really got going.
Yeah,
Um,
I think that's true because there were not a lot of Orchid players. So if you would face someone who actually knew what he or she was doing, then it would be pretty hard to stop. I think back in season 1, I think the most notable Orchid player was PR Balrog.
Yes, I was
Uh,
just about to bring up his name.
and I think tournament wise, he did the best with Orchid
Yeah.
back then. He was doing stuff nobody else was doing, but that was also because of his fighting game background, right?
Yeah.
Together with Justin Wong, and he also played Killer Instinct, but he was mainly a Saberwolf main.
Yeah.
Those people did great.
Yeah, and that was the thing I liked about Killer Instinct back then too. Everybody played it. It didn't matter who you were. I mean, you could have been a top player in Marvel. You could have been a top player in Street Fighter 4. You know, back then, everybody was playing Killer Instinct, and it really blew my mind. Like, you know, like these guys were getting the hang of it, and the guy that really blew my mind was Chris G, because I literally thought he was just a Marvel player. I mean, yeah, he played Street Fighter, but you know, I'm sorry to say your Sakura sucks. I'm sorry, it's garbage, but he was actually a really good Saberwolf player.
Yeah. I remember Chris G because he always used like the ugly red skin.
Yeah, he did it on
Saberwolf.
purpose though. He literally did it on purpose just to piss everybody off.
Right.
But then Justin Wong, you know, to my eyes, still the best wolf in my mind. Like
He basically lost Evo because of the Sadira glitch, or
yeah,
the Spinaroonie. It's not the Spinaroonie, they called it something else. It was like opener, and then you were pretty much done.
Yeah, and that's only if she had an instinct.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of guys were climbing, you know, when the game launched. You know, like PR Rock was getting up there. Justin Wong was literally like on a tear. Grims, or good old buddy Grims, pretty much the best Jago in the world at the time. Like almost the best player that literally walked through season 1, because every tournament that he went to, he dominated until he ran into my god at MGL. Not MGL, MLG, which was at Anaheim, and then he got beat. But then you know, like the evil lineup was happening. And then I actually want to play a very special clip, because like not only like this literally like rocked the house with everybody, but I was just like glad that KI was able to get like a final spot on I think it was, what was it, Sunday for Killer Instinct back in 2014.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's why it also had the special trailer, right?
Yeah, because back then that's when they started doing the special trailers for the games. You know, like Evo was up in their productions and stuff like that. But I was glad that Killer Instinct was able to get a final spot on that particular stage. And the trailer, I just have to play the intro clip, because you know, this really for those 8 players that were up on stage, even the audience just watching, even if you were there or you were just at home watching, to me, Killer Instinct that year stole the show. Literally just stole the show just because of this clip. And we're about to play it right now.
Let's see it.
Evolution. Get high!
Or a gold, you're late. No worries, man. You can watch the past broadcast.
So, cheap. When we saw that intro for top 8, like, were you there in 2014?
No, I wasn't because I was just playing on my Xbox One. I just started streaming. I was just invited to the Microsoft streams one was it, 1 day a week. But I remember this Evo tournament because one of my favorite orchids was there as well, which was Pretty E.
Yes.
He had a pretty good orchid as well, and he made it to top 8. But just seeing the tournament itself, and the people around it, and how big it was, and what actually Evo was, because I had no idea before that, that made me want to get to Evo the next year in 2015. So I set a goal after that tournament, just to try and get there, and not only to play and experience the tournament, but of course also to have a chance to meet the community,
Hmm.
people who are visiting my stream, people from the forums. Yeah, so that really triggered a new fire for me to maybe start playing tournaments and be competitive and travel around the world to have a chance to meet my basically my friends.
Yeah. And like that's like the one thing I really like about this community. Like, you got, like, people watching your streams all the time, and then eventually you're gonna you're gonna meet that person,
Mhm.
which was
Well,
like,
it went even a step further because I had a donation goal up there, and try and let my community help me to get there, and actually they did. I'm very thankful for that, and that was one of the reasons why that trip to me, and that was also the first time for me going to the States. Never been there before, and we were talking about things very American like, right? Like a Five Guys. Never been to Five Guys, so that was a goal as well. And we would play the Five Guys clip over and over on my stream day by day, and finally, when Evo of 2015 happened, it made it all much more hype because it was by the community that I was there, and I had a chance to meet the community, but also a chance to meet the guys from Microsoft. I had the chance to meet with Mike Robles, Adam Ishgreen or Ice Green, but also the guys from Ultimate Source.
yeah. Shout outs to Chris from Ultimate Source.
Right.
If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't been doing like the stuff I was doing back in the day, and unfortunately, still to this day, unfortunately. And my contract expired, but for some stupid reason, I'm still doing stuff with them because it's just like what you said, Chi. Like, it's the love and the passion that we all have for this particular game. You know what I mean? And it's just a really good ride, and still really really going strong right now. I mean, like,
Now, oh yeah, for sure.
like, ever since like COVID happened last year, last March, we were literally officially like on lockdown across the world and stuff like that. Um, I think this is when Killer Instinct really boomed. You know what I mean? Not just for like the online gameplay. Like, we've been having amazing online since the day of launch.
True.
Especially back in 2013. We were um there were a lot of games out there that really didn't have that decent online gameplay. But the minute that we touched Killer Instinct, the online gameplay was just unreal. Like, I didn't have a problem with anybody like across the U.S. or even overseas. I think I bumped into you maybe a few times in rank, and I never had an issue playing with you. I mean, like, we might get one lad spike in the blue moon, but you couldn't even notice it. And that was like the one thing I really liked about Killer Instinct was the online play.
Yeah, I think the online gameplay helped KI to grow and connect people all around the world, of course, and also to enjoy this game much more. It was like running offline events, but then online, and then sadly, even fighting games that coming out now or nowadays don't have rollback netcode, right? That's the thing, and people are
Yeah.
hating these developers for it not to
Yeah.
include that because that should be the norm nowadays.
Well, one thing, there's actually one fighting game that is coming out with robot netcode, and the reason why and it's the reason why they're delaying it is Guilty Gear.
Guilty Gear Strive.
Yeah, Guilty
Mm.
Gear Strive is gonna be having robot netcode. Um, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get it when it launches. Gonna try it out and stuff like that because I've always been a Guilty Gear fan. Um, but
I heard good things about it, about the netcode, but I think the lobby system is
yeah,
much
and
better.
there also fits in that as well.
Right.
That's why they're delaying the launch, which is to me that's a good idea. Like just make sure everything's working right and then launch it because you don't want to launch a broken game. But
Right.
with COVID started and stuff like that, KI has just been booming lately. Like it feels like every weekend there's a tournament,
Pretty much. Yeah.
which is like the greatest thing. And I know like Brandon is really trying his best to bring
The World Cup
bring yeah, thank you, bring the KI World Cup back because we haven't had one since um
2016.
2000, no, actually 17. Was it 16?
I think it was 60.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, 2016 cuz there was one in 2015 which was the first ever KI World Cup and you were a part of that.
That was actually after Evo. So when I got back from Evo 2015, Brandon already announced the World Cup for later that year in San Antonio, and there was a way for people outside of the states to also qualify because he also included KI World Cup points for your ranked standing at the end of the month, and of course, me being the one who was grinding ranked pretty much every month, I got some good points through rank, and I also wanted to be there at the KL World Cup. So Brandon actually also invited me to come over, and he would say, you come over together with the French guys, Free and his brother, and we're going to take care of you, etc., etc. So we went there, and he invited us to his house to stay there. And he was an awesome guest to us, but also the host and the driver of the whole KI World Cup tour, the Ultra Tour. And I remember KI World Cup 2015 being, I think, the best version of the World Cup so far because it was small. There was a small venue. The developers were there. Iron Galaxy was there. Maximilian was there. We had the whole season 3 preview, and that stream, everybody in there and hearing their nerves and buffs, the reactions were, pretty unique and special. That was a special event to me.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to attend the first KI World Cup, but I was able to go to the second one. But let's talk about the first one here really quick.
Sure.
We're literally looking at the top 32 best players in the world, like literally, because and back then that's when I thought online was literally a thing, like especially in rank, because you know back then that's when I don't know if you guys didn't know, but back in season 2, that's literally how you got points. Or our good friend Zombie used to host the 8-bit
A bit.
8-bit beatdown and stuff like that. But if you weren't able to like get points from those tournaments, you actually got points just grinding, just rank every freaking month. And
Yep.
to me, I remember like that was like a good way for you to grind. And I remember you, Rebello, and there's a handful of players that that I can think of, you guys literally grinded like I'm not gonna say every month, but every freaking it seemed like every day that you guys were grind, just trying to get a spot because majority of the time that spot wasn't guaranteed because it moved every month.
Mhm. Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
I remember I got points because Brandon was able to have a NorCal regional tournament for us.
Mhm.
But unfortunately, I got tied for fifth place during that tournament. LPN, Nasser, and actually Sajam actually won that tournament. But I didn't find out that he was actually going to be commentating during KI World Cup. So he had to give up his spot to Nasser because Nasser got second place, but then he turned it down. And then
Mhm.
um, Brandon goes, "Well, can you go down the list?" He goes, "Well, LPN can't go because because during KI World Cup there was a big Street Fighter 4 tournament that LPN had to go to. Then there was the two guys that were tied for fifth. That was me and Jonathan. Jonathan couldn't go. Then I couldn't go because Nasser didn't get a hold of me till like a week before the tournament. I go, well, if you would have told me like a month, I would have went. I would have represented NorCal. But if I would have got that spot, I would have met you earlier at KI World Cup, the first one. But yeah, back then it was just like a big grind. And it's like you and a handful of other players. You guys like really like earn your spots.
I think there were like two things. Like the rank points helped, but also back then I was helping Brandon to also host these combo clash tournaments, these
Yeah,
online qualifiers for the region of Europe, and he did the same for Japan as well.
yeah,
Right? Every year we would he would invite some of the Japanese players, and he even went to Japan together with Base
yeah.
to host a combo clash there. So that's also where we could earn extra points for the World Cup. So I think my results of the European combo clashes together with my rank
Hmm.
that kind of earned me the enough points to get into top 32 for the first KI World Cup. But I was actually not qualified directly for the top 32
Hmm.
because I also had some luck because the original top 32 was also based on the attendance, right? If
Yeah.
the guys with enough points were able to go to the venue. So Brandon, no, the day before the actual top 32, there were still some last chance qualifiers
Yeah.
hosted that day because I wasn't qualified directly, so I was also playing in that, but I didn't qualify through those tournaments. And then Brandon, I think at the end of the day, he notified me, "Hey, you're in." And I was like, "I'm in? I'm in where?" No, we're in top 32. And I was like, "Really?" And I was so lucky to get into the top 32 that way. But then again, he didn't really give it to me. I earned points, of course, for that,
Yeah.
but just to be able to be part of the first top 32, that kind of earned my that medal of the KI World Cup. And I was part of the streaming that day, and I think we have a clip of me playing against Rico.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the clip that I want to show everybody that um unfortunately at the time you bumped into the best player in the world in
I
one of
always
the
tell myself
matches.
I lost against the eventual World Cup winner, right?
Yes, Rico ended up winning Killer Instinct World Cup. Actually, earlier that year, he won Evo 2015.
As well. Yeah, yeah. He was
Yeah,
like the double champ.
like
Nobody could
like
beat.
like he was literally like walking in there saying, "I got this," but let's play this clip really quick, and then we'll get back to you.
Yeah, sure.
Versus KI4Life. KI4Life was in our last chance qualifiers yesterday. He did not win any of them.
Right.
But
While you're loading the
people
clip,
no-showed
here's some
who were
inside
in on
information.
point.
So
It was close. He was on the bubble.
I was facing
But bubbled
Rico
in.
at day one, but he also had some help from Gutter Magic.
That was the
Here I
same
am.
with Thrash Heavy earlier. as
Look at
well.
my hair.
Bubbled in.
I mean, given the history of what we've been seeing today,
Weird back then. But anyways,
I feel like Rico Suave is
I'm rocking the Orchid shirt though.
Yeah, I love how you're like Orchid all day. I'm gonna pause this really quick. What was your mind going through at this time? Like you're sitting right across the best player in the world at the time. What was going
Right.
through your mind right there?
Like, okay, let's do this. Like, I was happy to be, qualified and be playing on stream anyways. So,
Yeah.
okay, my first round is against Rico. I'm playing Orchid. Back then, she was also not considered as one of the best characters in the game. And I think he was using Shadow Jago. So I'm okay. Let's do this and see how it goes. And I actually did pretty decent in the beginning, but then after that, I got bopped, and then I switched to Hisako. And looking back, I was pretty bad playing Hisako because I didn't, do the parry one time at all, and he kept doing the teleport kick on me.
Oh,
and that
the
worked.
teleport dive kick or the teleport low? Because
So I had my chance, but that was really like, okay, I'm losing to one of the best players in the world. I have a chance afterwards, but that was off stream, and I lost as well. So I ended up 25th in the tournament.
Yep. Hey, it's better than getting last. So, let's play this clip really quick.
Right. Let's see me getting bombed.
And Orchid, I'm sorry, Rico, looking swole as ever. He probably had a 1 hour workout before the tournament started.
I wonder what he was thinking. Like, who is this? Who is this Asian guy? Never heard of him.
Yeah, who is this guy?
He's warming up. He's warming up his fingers. I'm like, okay. What are you doing?
Getting the classic button check, and then the guys in the
Yeah, apologize. Oh yeah, I'm just getting my fingers warm.
Guys in the background playing.
Oh, move. Choose your character.
And then the guys in the background are playing the new season 3 changes.
Yeah, everybody was playing Kim Woo back then because Kim Woo was there on display in these arcade cabinets. So some people didn't even, care about the top 32. They were just there to play.
Yeah.
He's Swordsman there with the shoes. He's a pretty famous player.
Shadow Jago's a very deceptive character. I think when you fight a good Shadow Jago, you're like, this guy has complete freedom of movement. He can do whatever he wants and be wherever he wants. But when you play it, it's a different story. You're like, oh, this is... I actually have to kind of find the...
I look like a Japanese team with Daigo.
As good as it looks. Make it feel as good as it looks. His dashes are bigger commitment.
And I didn't knew the matchup at all. Like, here I am, I'm grinding ranked, I'm doing ultras all the time, and now I'm suddenly, playing in a tournament, trying to get some hits.
Okay, I like it.
Okay, started good. Anti-air. Like I said, started good. Orchid, corner, pressure.
I like KI4Life going airborne a lot. A lot of Shadow Jago stuff just gets you.
Yeah, back then Shadow Jago was like was one of those characters that you didn't want to bump into.
Still not.
Yeah. Especially against a good one.
Caught the backdash, which people told me is uncatchable. Oh my goodness.
Ooh, wow.
Oh yes, the side switch.
Anti-air goes good. Oh, wake up overhead?
Wow, what a...
Yeah, I know. I know.
I mean, that was pretty much...
Oh, you got caught.
Rico wants the meter. Full stick of butter.
Guess breaking.
This could be big
Why not?
damage. He has a lot of meter. And it only costs him
It's like you got nothing to lose right here. Nice DP.
Pretty free. I got hit all the time. But anyways, like I said, it started good, but it went downhill from there. See, I even got a round. See, I was in the lead.
Oh, the pizza cutter.
Surge box down there.
Shadow Jago does not have much safe offense up close. The button into fireball.
Like the YOLO slide. Not good.
Orchid has an actual punish board. Her knee buster.
Not even breaking heavies. Oh, the round is over. That's why.
That's a bad trade for Shadow Jago.
I remember Gutter Magic was by his side, and he was like giving tips to Rico Suave. And I'm like, does Rico really need tips on how to beat me?
It's like who?
Yeah, Rico, you're doing good. You got him now. You're in his mind. I don't know.
And that's what Shadow Jago does. He chips you away, or he can save up for one big opportunity.
Oh man, the meter gain. Ooh!
Oh, empty jump low.
I think he hit me with every overhead that he did.
Yeah.
In any of the first ones, there was no way he could have finished that. Oh, autocorrect.
Oh, I like it.
Okay.
Oh, he didn't. He didn't go for the break. Yeah, it's not ranked.
Goes for the wall splat instead. Has a sneaky mix up.
Oh, look at this.
Sneaky enough. Not sneaky enough. That's gonna catch
Oh.
you out. And oh my goodness.
I did the wrong ender here.
Yeah.
Oh no. I remember. I did this on purpose because
You wanted to reset, right?
Okay.
I wanted to reset with the flick flack ender and then with the overhead.
I think he's comfortable in the matchup.
Hey, it doesn't work against world championship material.
Definitely win this.
I think
But damage ender wouldn't kill him anyways.
I think to my mind, I would try to do it anyways because I still believe to this day Orchid has one of the best damage enders in the game. Like when she hits you with that, it hurts. Like it really hurts. That's one thing that Iron Galaxy never really touched on her.
Right.
Because
I think so in the usual flow of okay, I'm doing this because it works in rank, so I'll just do this ender and try to continue my combo because I'm still in instant. Look at the read.
No. Nice break. Ooh.
I didn't do that bad looking back at this, but
No, you were holding your ground.
The tether is on. These shadow moves cost half for Shadow Jago.
I think there was like a slight difference with playing online. Like offline is slightly different, right?
Yeah.
It's almost the same, but the timing is just a little bit different.
Oh no. Yeah, you gotta watch out for that.
Because I think at the beginning playing offline here at the KI World Cup, I wasn't even able to do a grenade after like
That's
a
good
hit.
though. He took the air hit. Leads to nothing. Does like 1%. Very, very smart.
I think this is you had to win 3 games, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Hisako as well.
It's not so bad.
Pizza cutter, getting hit every time.
Yeah, oh god, so annoying. Thank you, Fluffy Gargos, for the follow. I mean, right here, this is already annoying right here.
I'm not even sure what I'm doing here. Like, I'm just walking away doing fireballs. And the only thing I could do or think of was like, okay, we're going to do YOLO slide.
Oh, the taunt at the end.
At the end there, all Rico was just looking for was just the chip damage.
Oh yeah.
Didn't even think of anti-airs back then.
That's 2-0.
At that point. Oh! Damn. He was really feeling himself. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is what makes champions, though. I mean, I've said this many times. You have the first game where it looks like they're human and you can beat them, and then all of a sudden they make their reads. They figure out how.
So what made you switch to Hisako at this point?
So the first game, very close.
yeah.
Ooh, okay. Tell you why I like this matchup.
I don't know, really.
If Rico teleports.
I think I was realizing that with Orchid, even though I had a good start in the first game, that this was not going to work out. So I was thinking, okay, might as well use my other main, because I only played 2 characters back then, Hisako and Orchid. Okay, let's try this then. Maybe it helps. But then I wasn't using her parry, which I shared.
Yeah, because, you know,
And then he saw he wasn't getting punished, so he kept doing the teleport kick.
Yeah, he kept on just going in there for free. Ugh. God, this is just... Oh, God, the teabag. I don't know if he was doing it on purpose or he was just trying to get a read out of you. I like the instinct pop.
No break from Rico, which I think is pretty wise. Just let her do what she's going to do. Not going to be as big a damage.
Hey, I finally got a hit in.
Nothing to be worried about with the life lead that he has right now.
If you're Hisako against Shadow Jago, you have to be looking for these.
Ooh, oh yeah, oh, there was a parry. Okay.
Yeah, one.
Nice.
Oh,
It's gonna be good damage, but not enough to take a life bar. 41%.
And then he broke me immediately.
Oh, he got
that
parried.
way.
ah.
That's tough. It has to be something you're just really dialed in and looking for if you're playing this matchup.
Yeah, it's just
He should
There
have
it is
parried.
again.
very quick anti-air.
Yeah.
3 punches.
Rico could make it whiff on purpose and be sneaky and punish that, but I think it's worth the risk.
All right, KI4Life tying it up. Gets the capture because the wrath meter was full.
I think this game was closer than the Orchid games.
Yeah.
Okay, lockout.
Oh!
Oh,
Opportunity.
Ooh, okay.
Rico thought that KI4Life was going
Oh,
to go for a break.
tried too much resets.
After the lockout ended.
Needs to get that wrath back desperately. And it's full.
Oh, there we go.
Alright, getting the wrath back again. Staying threatening. Oh.
Uh-oh.
28%. Oh, that could have been countered.
He almost got a game.
See how long that hit stun off the dive kick is.
Oh,
He
yeah.
bounces off, but
Yeah, it's getting
the
close right here.
keep the combo going.
That was the non-surge version. Very risky. Ooh, that was
Very.
a pretty desperate move. KI for life.
Oh,
Still
that
active.
was sick.
Big mistake for Rico. Will it cost him the game?
God, I remember watching this match back in the day. I was like biting my nails. I was like, gee, come on.
Not
Anyone's
quite enough
game.
to cash out the whole entire
No.
thing.
Like, how many people were watching the top 32? Or like 25,000 or something?
Yeah.
Because Max was hosting this, right?
Yeah, it was on Mats's channel.
Move forward.
He is.
KI4Life.
One of our Titans is still in
Yeah.
winners. And, you know, Sleep's still in winners, too. I really do like
Oh,
that character.
GG's.
Sako's a pretty cool pick against Shadow Jago.
I mean, it worked out really well.
So-
He was right there. He was right there.
Yeah, couple
Pretty much. Honestly, like if that was me, he would still been on green bar with still. I probably hit Rico maybe once, but you actually did pretty good right there, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, I did my best.
Yeah.
Let's keep it at that.
But still, at the end of the day, you walk out with the Killer Instinct, top 32 medal. You know, to me, that's still like an achievement because you're literally in there competing with the gladiators, and you know that to me that's an accomplishment.
I think I have a photo of that for this group photo. This
Yeah.
was awesome. Like here with the medal, Flash is here, Sleep was here, Grief Base, so many people here, Charlie Boy. Saying next to Flash, this is Lord Calypso, Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was an awesome moment with this group. This is Nightshade, also.
Oh,
a
I
female
remember
group.
her. Yeah, that was pretty fun tournament. I wish I was able to go to that one. But you upon traveling over there, like did that like really like feed you on competing more?
Well, not for the sake of competing. I think going there, both Evo and the World Cup, really triggered me to make the next year as well, to go to Evo 2016 and also the World Cup that already was announced, just to try and to get there. And eventually I did, because I did go to Evo 2016. And also to KL World Cup, where I think we met, and we also met the was it the voice actress of Hisako?
Yes.
Forgot her name.
Alpha Takahashi.
Oh. Yeah, both tournaments, 16 and World Cup was, or Evo 2016 and World Cup were amazing. Like the World Cup was much bigger, of course, because it was in a theater. Evo, I thought was less exciting for me. I thought 2015 was better. The matches were better. I remember from at Evo 2016 we had to wait very long for the top 8 because Pokken was before us on the main stage. We had to wait till that was over. So that was kind of a drag.
Yeah, I remember like cuz I was there with you in 2016. Like the matches were going so freaking long. and like
True.
on stage they were playing the winner side, and then they were playing the losers matches in the back and into the VIP area, which
Hmm.
you had access to. But then you and what uh let's move back a little bit. Before top 32, uh KI World Cup 2016 on Saturday, you and KI Storm,
Hmm.
which is another Hisako player, you guys got to showcase Shin Hisako.
Yeah,
Um,
true. That was me, KI Storm, and
yeah,
also Vincomatic. Vincomatic.
okay.
He was a community guy as well. We got to go to pre-test or like do the showcase for Shin Hisako or her reveal. So the
Hmm.
night before, uh, Rukari, the community manager back then, yeah, he told us basically, okay, we want you guys to have a look at Shin Hisako with, I think it was 4 guys in total, and then decide on who goes on stage and
Hmm.
do some stuff and show all her move and her move set, and also versus Hisako. So in the end, they chose the 2 Hisako mains to also show Shin Hisako to the rest of the world, which was awesome, of course. Shin Hisako was pretty hyped back then because everybody was excited of an upgraded version of Hisako. I think in the end, Shin Hisako was not that popular
Yeah,
for people to play. Although nowadays, I think when you look at the tournaments, there are some pretty good Shin Hisako players. So people are, playing her more and understanding the character more
yeah.
than back in the day when she was released.
Well, and plus, back then when she was released, she literally had a glitch that literally broke the game. Like
Yeah, true.
like it literally froze. So like pretty much like at all tournaments. I think what was it, like the first 2 or 3 months you couldn't even pick her as a character because back then we're not gonna risk it, and we're not gonna like delay like time and
In the
stuff like that.
process.
She was
Correct.
just really buggy, but like as time moved forward, she they were able to fix her and stuff like that. Um, Going back to KI World Cup 2016, um, um, Sleep was coming in
Hmm.
from from um from a fresh, I wouldn't say like a fresh, but he won. Actually, was it?
Evo, yeah, he won Evo as well. So he won
Yeah,
Evo and also the World Cup, just like Rico did
yeah.
the year before that.
I mean, think about it. You had you had like two individuals that literally won Evo, and then they win KI World Cup.
Yeah, true.
Like they're literally like the only two. Like I don't think anybody from Capcom has done that. Like in Street Fighter. I don't know. Please, somebody correct me on that one. But literally, those guys will win Evo, and then they come to KI World Cup and they just dominate. And
Yeah,
plus like think
he was the player to beat back then in 2016.
yeah, and but like the thing was though, like everybody did not pick Sleep to win
You mean for the World Cup?
for the World Cup. A lot of people were picking Nikki because Nikki
Mhm.
was dominating back in 2016.
Yeah,
I mean, like, unfortunately, I think he ended up getting, I think, fourth or third in 2016, I believe so. Somewhere around there. But
I
like,
think
yeah,
Storm beat him. I think,
yeah,
if I remember correctly.
yeah. I remember that one. Storm ended up being, yeah, because Storm got third
Hmm.
during KI World Cup, and like Storm was just demolishing everybody with Hisako. A lot
Yeah,
of people couldn't figure his Hisako out. And then every time he saw a jump in, parried. Even if you try to, like, he knew when they were gonna press a button, and then when people were trying to empty jump, He literally just stood there and just command grabbed people.
Yeah, he was the only one doing, I think, top 8 who got perfects against other people.
Yeah,
I think
he
perfect,
perfect Dayton. Was he the one that perfect Dayton?
it was Dayton, yeah.
Jeez, I remember that, and then back then we all thought Dayton couldn't get perfect, and KI Storm showed, hey, I ain't here to mess around.
Hold my beer.
I'm here. You better get ready. Like, God, I wish we had a clip of that right now. Oh God, like I never thought in my imaginative dreams, like you're sitting there on the big stage, and then you just get perfect. Like, what will go through your mind like that?
I don't think a lot of will be going on. People will like think like, okay, that went well. Let's try to do better next round. Let's forget this one and move over.
Yeah, but pretty much after that, Dayton pretty much learned from his mistakes and pretty much became, like a dominant figure in the KI scene as of right now. I don't know if you've been following the tournament scene, but Dayton has been
I think
dominating.
I think it's pretty much Anthony or the Chronicle and not Alex V who are really
Yeah,
really dominating the online scene right now.
yeah, pretty much. Like they're literally like dominating like every freaking tournament that they walk into, pretty much. So it's pretty important to pretty much bring your A game no matter where you go because you don't know who you're gonna bump into. Um, so pretty much, KI World Cup happened, sleep and end up and they did it, taking it home. With a big paycheck, but unfortunately for you, we were in there. Me, you, and a couple other people. We were playing the last chance qualifier, which literally took forever because there was like 125 players and
Hmm.
literally ran 4 tournaments in one day.
Yeah, it was a
Like,
pretty long day. I remember not even having the chance to get some lunch or something.
yeah, I
And
couldn't eat.
like all of them, but every round they would let me play against Ice Water. And Ice Water is like Ice Water 714
Yeah,
was from my stream as well. He was a moderator and yeah, he's a really good guy. But they kept pairing me with Ice Water, and he kept playing Kim Woo, and I got beaten on stream because they also put me on stage every time, beaten by Kim Woo 3 times in a row. So that was kind of embarrassing.
yeah, yeah,
But he
but
wasn't able to qualify. I was rooting for him after that. But
yeah, I mean, like, I was going for you. I was going for, like Devil. I was going for pretty much whoever I knew. You know what I mean? But um, a- after after that, you go back home over in Europe and still streaming a little bit and still doing giveaways. So let's go back to the giveaways. You did
right.
mention earlier on the show that the community hooked you up with Killer Instinct stuff. What stuff were you giving out? I know what you gave out, but our
Mhm.
audience would like to know what you were giving out.
In the beginning, Mike Robles, who was the first community manager, and then afterwards Rukari, they would send me like stuff from their office if they were cleaning their office, and they would just send a bunch of stuff to me. Those were like the pins that were there in season one, codes for Killer Instinct season one, different tags, stickers. I even got the posters for. I think there was like packs where they had special posters for individual characters. They also sent me a bunch of those stuff. I actually have some photos of that. I think. Let me check if I can show it in my background. But that was pretty much what I gave away. Besides the things that I got from Ultimate Source, right? Because
Hmm.
Ultimate Source themselves, they would also help me do giveaways with the figures and the little armbands or the Shago masks, that kind of
Yep.
stuff. So here you can see some of the stuff that was giving away. Hisako figures. You see the armbands there on the bottom and the
Yeah,
tags.
I actually still have a couple of those left. I managed to keep a few for myself, so that way they're still in the plastic sleeve.
Here you see some physical copies of the games, some stickers for your joypad.
Hmm. I mean, like, back then some of those were really hard to come by, like
This
really
one
hard.
package for one of the Combo Clash offline tournaments I hosted in the Netherlands, which was a qualifier for KI World Cup 2016. So Ultimate Source hooked me up with some stuff for the people attending, but also for the top three. And I think who won that tournament? I think someone from French, Hisako player called Chat Noir. He beat Item Master in that tournament to
Oh,
qualify for the tournament.
nice. Yeah, like me and you back in the day, we were pretty much the only ones um, giving stuff out on our streams for the Killer Instinct community. Like we were literally like the only ones. Like
Yeah, especially for the colors, I think like colors,
yeah,
color 11, color 10 for all these characters. But that was mainly because we had the contacts with Ultimate Source who had these codes, right?
yeah, pretty much you were my partner in crime. A lot of people don't know that, but back then, and I think that's what like really got us booming was our giveaways. For me at least. Like I remember like I used to buy the figures in bulk. Like when
Hmm.
Ultimate Source used to have them like on sales and stuff like that. That's when I bought them in bolts. And then Chris found out because he'll look at the order transaction. And he goes, "Who the hell is Maddie buying these things in bolts?" Like I would have like 2 or 3 big boxes delivered to my house, and then Chris found out because he followed me on Twitter, and then he saw my streams. One time, I actually gave out 3 figures one time on stream, and then that's when I signed the dotted line the next day for him.
Hmm. Yeah, he did a
But
great job.
yeah, so pretty much like it wasn't technically like a real sponsorship, but to me, it was just to get my foot into the door. I was just like their promoter, like hey, like let's do this, let's do that, and then you were my partner in crime, and I think we were the only two that did it in the in in our community.
Yeah, I think so as well. But I think they wanted to have more people who would be able to help them. But I think the people that they maybe approach weren't able to promote them in a way as they would like to. So they wouldn't be
Yeah,
very eager to do business with them.
yeah. For me and you, it was kind of easy. Like me, I didn't ask for a dime, so I mean, did it did it cut you a pay? Did Chris give you a paycheck?
No, not at all. But,
Okay.
I think for them it was all about supporting the community, like my community, the community in Europe, and the tournaments that I hosted. I even invited Chris to come over for the KI the Combo Clash offline tournament that I hosted, the KI World Cup qualifier, and he really wanted to go to the Netherlands and to have like a mini stand and to be able to sell the figures, but he wasn't able to do it. He wasn't able to do it. He
Yeah.
wanted to be there so much. Uh, he was even apologizing for not being able to make it. So yeah, he helped me a lot with these things, and also the community, of course, just to give out these things for free to promote his product.
Yeah, I mean, I shout out to Chris. Like I said, if it wasn't for him, I would have been as booming as I was back then. Even still now, like I look back at it and I'm just like, what an opportunity. Like I couldn't ask for much.
Mhm.
You
Well,
know,
you still have a
like
good, bond with Ultimate Source because
yeah,
I know Probably. I think tomorrow you have this Jago tournament, right? So you're giving out colors still for the
Yeah.
people who don't have it. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah. Tomorrow, me and our buddy Venito FGC, we are hosting a Jago Army character lot tournament starting tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific start time. The the challenge sign up is still on my Twitter. It's pinned on my Twitter account. So if you guys go to that, you guys can still sign up, and the Discord will be in the challenge. So make sure you guys sign up for that, and also what if you guys are not playing it, watch the tournament because I am giving out Jago Color 11 codes, and these ones are really rare. It's if you guys don't know what Color 11 is, it's the Jago with the camel pants. My good buddies from Ultimate Source supply me with some. Not only I'm giving it to like the top 5 um, Jago players that get to top 5, but I'm also giving these codes out to viewers. So make sure you guys watch. So you know, giveaways really don't end with me. Like, I keep saying I'm done, I'm done, I'm done. It just comes back to me. So
yeah, I told you, you're the Santa, man. The Santa of KI. The Oprah of KI, Santa of KI.
yeah, but back then you were Mr. Giveaway though, because like you literally like had stuff that I couldn't get. I wish I had those pins. Like
Well, I had a whole box of them, so I had to get rid of it anyways, right? So might as well do something with it and just send it over to people who would also enjoy it. So
yeah, yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Um, a- anyways, actually, we have something to give out today, Chi. I know that you know, uh, I said earlier we are going to do a giveaway, but it's actually you that's doing the giveaway. Can you explain that to me?
yeah, sure. So why not do another giveaway since we're the nation of domination on the giveaways anyway. So it wouldn't be a co-host stream, me being guest on your show without a giveaway. So I was thinking, for the people who are now on your stream, I'm giving away my house, my car, no, something else. It it's the one of the KI4Life shirts that I also have a site for. It's in the banner that keeps rotating on your stream on your left. So I'm going to give away one, and you can choose if you want the original white NWO KI4Life shirt or the Wolfpack one. Just let me know what size you have and your address, and I'll send it to you. But I think you have to run the giveaway with either a randomizer or whatever. But yeah,
Yeah, so
that's
right
what we'll give.
yeah, so right there I just put I just opened up the raffle right now. So if you guys type in shirt and yeah, type in shirt.
What? That'd be funny if I win it myself. I'm keeping it.
To make sure that you guys make sure you guys enter. Actually, those are actually really cool shirts. I'm actually gonna buy one when this once we get done with everything here.
Welcome to the KI4Life stable.
Yeah. Yeah, so I wasn't the only one that was doing giveaways. KI4Life, he was doing giveaways also. And like I said before on my Twitch years ago, and even still to this day, like me and you, we went back and forth between everything, but it was like that friendly competition, like
Oh, for sure.
like, oh fuck you, like I did this first, and no, it was never like that. Like she will actually come up to my stream. You're like, Santa is here, everybody. Santa's here, and I'm just like, oh god, stop. And now I'll hop in his stream, and I go, well, looky, Mr. Giveaway himself. It was like a really good, friendly thing that we always did. like I did the figures, and I did my biggest giveaway was a Killer
Mhm.
Instinct TE2,
Oh, you mean the fight stick?
the Mad Catz TE
Mhm.
Termin Edition 2.
Oh, nice.
Like I literally found one brand new for like $100.
So, do you remember who won it?
I
Which
think
lucky bastard won it?
I think God, what's his name? Cause he collects figures too, and he always shows me like these DC figures on Twitter. I follow him on Twitter. And Donatello, he won the stick.
Okay, lucky guy, lucky
Yeah.
guy. Speaking of sticks, by the way, while we're doing the giveaway, so when I went to Evo 2015,
Oh, I hate you.
Oy, look at this.
Oh, I hate you. Me and Venom Buster, we were talking about that in episode 2.
This was given to me by Mike Robles, the community manager back then, and I had no idea they were giving out these things, right? So I think at some point, Rukari, who was also there but not the community manager, he did like the reporting and some interviews with some people. He called me by his side, and he said like, "Okay, congratulations, you won a fight stick for all your effort in the community." And I was like, "What? You're kidding me, right? Because I already have a fight stick, and you're giving me a fight stick, and it's the exclusive Evo Killer
Yep.
Instinct fight stick as well." Like I was so flabbergasted and like honored for like, okay, you're giving me this because why?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome,
Yeah,
and I'm
don't.
still using it till this day. Sold the other one, the Mad Catz TA2.
Yeah. I mean, I still have the do I just saw it this morning. Unfortunately, I can't show my arcade stick that I'm using right now because I don't want Twitch to ban me. But
Okay,
oh, there it is. Haha.
what's on it?
Yep. My good old Razor stick. I got the Ultimate Source logo because I was like, I'm with Ultimate Source. Not might as well put them on there. And
Oh, this
then
one.
I got my favorite J-pop star, Ayumi Hamasaki, on there. You know, I just kept it simple.
Cool, looking
You know.
clean.
Yeah, I wish I could show you guys the stick I'm using right now, but I don't want Twitch to ban me.
No
So
more talk shows.
yeah, no more giveaways, no more nothing. Um, so as we're drawing almost near to the end, not quite though. There was like a glitch that you did accidentally or something that you were messing around with. It was with Orchid back in season 2 when it was in her classic outfit.
Oh, you mean the black orchid glitch?
Yes, the
Right?
black
I
Orchid
kind of
glitch.
teased it on Twitter that we would be talking about it. Yeah, that's correct. And Microsoft kind of hated it because they didn't want someone who is on their official stream to actually promote glitches as well. So I kind of never showed it again. But I think we have a clip of it, right?
Yes, we do.
Or I've been talking about it.
What's get this loaded up?
So the glitch was that her classic outfit would come out as blank
Yeah.
on stream. And people didn't know exactly how I was doing it. But if you look at the clip, I can kind of show you what is happening here. So as you can see, I'm on the right bottom using a green screen.
Yeah.
But that was my first green screen ever, and I wasn't really like sure what the settings should be to get my green screen to work. For one, it was a very cheap green screen,
Yeah.
and two, I didn't have the lighting to make it actually work. So instead of looking at the lights, I was just trying to tweak stuff on my OBS. And while tweaking the stuff with chroma key, I saw it turned Orchid to the chroma key green would turn to black, uh, and it would show like this. You can even see on top that the green health bar wouldn't even show
Yeah.
because everything green would be black. This is kind of like how I forced Orchid in the black costume, which looked awesome, by the way. And I was hoping for her color 11 to be black, but that never happened.
Yeah, I
So
got I
yeah,
got a story on that one, but we'll get into that in a little bit. But like, yeah, when I saw this, I went, "What the?" Like this reminded me back in the old KI2 days. Like
yeah, she
literally,
had a black outfit
she
back
did
then,
have a
right?
black outfit. Yes. And of course, like the screen that you're looking on, it's it's green, but to our eyes, it's like, is he dead yet? Like, how much health does he have?
What is going on? What's
What's
happening
going
here?
on until you see the red?
It's kind of less obvious when people are on the red bar.
Yeah. God, that's so
Anyways,
funny.
this match kind of drags on. Nothing really else is happening, but yeah, that was like the secret of Black Orchid in KI 2013.
Yeah, when I first saw that, it just literally reminded me of the golden days of Killer Instinct 2.
Right, right, right.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
wow, you missed it. We're just talking about it, man.
Oh, okay.
So this glitch is basically a chroma key bug, which makes everything that is green black on screen. And I was sometimes streaming this, like now with round 2 on both players, it's less obvious, right?
Yeah. So if you guys have the classic Orchid costume, there is a way to make it black.
Color 12.
Yeah, the exclusive. No, not color 12. The KI4Life exclusive color. Oh, and then
Sure.
the combo meter is black too.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
God, that is sick. Yeah, dude, like that literally like flashback to me with
Look at even the season. What is this? Season 2 roster. The character select
yes.
screen. It's off. Looks
Yeah.
weird.
I really do miss the season 2 days, like with the shadow effects and stuff like that. To
Oh
me,
yeah.
that's what really like glued me, because it
Hmm.
it was something new to see.
Right, and it was kind of resemblant of the old KI, but they decided to change it. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah. Well, it is what it is, right?
yeah,
They changed a lot of stuff over the years. Some for the good, some for the not so good. But
yeah. So make sure you guys type in shirt to get you into the drawing for to win a one of KI for Life's t-shirts that's been looping at the bottom of him right now. Another thing I want to share with people is this 300 hit combo that you did with Orchid on ranked.
right.
Like, no, I am not gonna sit there and watch this. I would rage quit and go to jail on purpose. But let's go ahead and take a look at this one real quick.
My greatest moment. Let's have a look. Trip down memory lane. So some background info on this. So I was grinding ranked and trying to do this every freaking day on stream to get the most counter breakers and then do the 6 ultras with Orchid. And finally, I met this guy, this assassin guy. I'm not sure if he even plays anymore. And he was just mashing. And this is like the most popular video on my YouTube channel. I think it has like 250,000 views over the years. I'm getting a lot of comments that this is staged. This can be real, right? These are two players who know each other. They're playing offline, and they have agreed with each other that we keep mashing and you keep doing the counter break. But that wasn't the case. It wasn't the case. And if you were like watching my streams back then you would know
Yeah.
that I was going for this with every player that I would, face on rank. Because getting the counter breakers is one thing, and then you had to get all the ultras as well, right? Because the
Yeah.
timing of the extended ultras was also not easy to do,
Yeah,
especially in rank.
yeah, especially like with the connection, because back then you didn't know who you were playing and where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
But luckily, this poor individual right now, yeah, just keep going.
He didn't rage quit.
No, he was probably excited.
Finish, man.
Man.
Beauty.
One step closer to flushing out Ultra Tech.
Yeah, you did flush him out.
And the taunt.
Oh, you had to.
Yeah, you had to.
Yeah, but back then I would have been like, hell no, fuck this. I'm out of here. Jesus. But honestly, I did that to people too back in the day, so I shouldn't say anything. I think I got
the thing.
I think I got like what was it, 230 with Shadow Jago in season 2?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Oops.
All right. Are we doing the giveaway?
Not yet.
I think we not yet.
Not
Watch
yet.
till the end.
Watch till the end, people. Calm down.
Stay tuned.
God, all you people do is rush. So, there was one tournament in particular in mind back then that all of us back then we promoted the living crap out of this on Twitter and stuff like that. This was the Combo Clash Netherlands tournament that you hosted.
Yeah, that was together with Brandon because I was helping him out with online tournaments for the region of Europe. Because I was strongly advocating the people of Europe to also be part of this KI community, right? That we had some very good players who maybe would not have the chance to travel abroad and go to the World Cup because they didn't have the means. So even though they maybe were qualified through the online tournaments, they still wouldn't be able to go. So Brandon and Microsoft, I did a proposal to them that, okay, I can get your tournament. I can host an offline tournament for you guys and make it official on the biggest game show in the Benelux, which is Netherlands, Belgium, and Luxembourg, because they are hosting a game show every year in Utrecht in the Netherlands. And yeah, I did my proposal through their management, and I say, okay, I'm doing this for the community, for Killer Instinct. It's a fighting game for Microsoft. They're in it as well, so they are willing to pay to be at the event and to make the official European qualifier at your event. So they were very excited to be part of that. And me and the people that were helping me with the Dutch Brawlers, an esports team that I helped found back then, we had no to little experience in hosting offline tournaments. But we were getting the funds from Microsoft. We did have experience in streaming and hosting tournaments. But then it was like getting all the equipment, right? We needed chairs, we needed monitors, and we even went to Samsung at one point and we tried to pitch our tournament to their management.
Mhm.
But the answer that we got was like, yeah, fighting games, we're not sure, it's kind of violent. And so we cannot be part of that. And we were like, violent? What are you talking about? We're doing shooters and you're sponsoring shooters, and that is not violent, but fighting games are violent. So then I realized that it would be pretty hard for a fighting game to get sponsors or some attention or exposure. But in the end, we were able to host the tournament and even get it on the big stage on those 2 days that the event was hosted. And there were some troubles in the background that people may not have noticed while you were there or watching the online tournament.
Mhm.
But we pretty much were tied to the time schedule of the event itself. So they were closing because they were in a big hall, and we started our tournament around, I think, 1 or 2. And at some point during the qualifiers, getting into top 8, we ran into time issues because we said, okay, we do best of 5, but we had to mid tournament change that to best of 3. But otherwise, we wouldn't be able to finish the top 8 on that particular day. So some
Yeah.
people were like surprised about that and why we decided to take that decision.
Hmm.
But in the end, we were able to do the top 8 and also to get the top 8 on stream and also the final on the big stage.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of ran into a similar situation like that too, where you know, you change it from 3 out of 5, and then you got all of a sudden change it to you know 2 out of 3
Mhm.
because of the time issue, which is understandable. Some people understand, and then there's gonna be some people that are gonna be like, "Oh, why did you do that?" Because in the
Mhm.
background, they're not gonna get it. Because
Right, right, right.
I know that time fluctuate because I had an incident at NCR one year. Time was everything. I didn't want to
Exactly.
do it, but I had to, and I was
Right, right.
like, "What?" I go, "Let's just do it that way." So,
And there was
but
like another incident that I would like to mention on that day. On the finale itself, when the grand final, the signal dropped. So we weren't able to
oh
stream part of the grand final. I think it was like maybe 30 seconds of the first round. And the stream was like, no, stop the stream, start over. Get these people off stage or inform them that they have to stop. But we had no option because we were part of this other event and we basically were tied to their time schedule and we were we had to be happy that they were even letting us on the big stage for the people there to enjoy. So there was no option for me to stop it. And I tried to explain that as well, but luckily they were able to bring back the signal because if they didn't, then we would have maybe missed the whole grand final.
yeah,
That would have been a disaster.
yeah, that's like the worst possible thing that can ever happen to a event itself. Like
Yeah.
not just you guys, but like, that can happen at any event. It can happen at Evo. It can happen at Capcom World Cup. It can happen anywhere. Because I remember,
Yeah, but I think the difference is that you are part of that event, but then you are still have some control in maybe starting over
yeah,
or have people wait until the signal is back. But we really had no time to do things over. We would just have this time slot, and then the event would move over to the next thing that they would want to showcase on the big stage.
yeah. Luckily, the signal was able to come back, and then you guys were able to showcase that. To
Yeah,
in my mind, you still did a really good job. Regardless of what happened in the background. At the end of the day, you did what you had to do. For sakes of you, your community.
pictures, I have some pictures here as
Yeah.
well of the event. And you may not know it, but this guy next to me, that is Item Master 411. Because
What?
he
That's a
came in.
that's the guy with 40 stars right now.
Yeah, 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 exactly, exactly.
Oh
I'll give you some other
man.
pictures of the online tournament that I hosted, but it will loop again. No, no worries.
No, me Avalo had a joke about him because Avalo kept running into him like from he literally ran into him like 10 times in a row and
Hmm.
kept beating him, and I go, this is so not fair. And we're like, call the police right now because this is ridiculous. It was
Yeah,
happening on stream, but
this
um
was the flyer for the event itself. So there was a pot bonus of 2,500, and they would also fly out the winner to the KI World Cup, which was the French guy Le Chat Noir Hisisako beat Item Master in the grand final. And it has this huge canvas at the back with Maya stage and the promotion of the tournament itself. So the event itself was awesome to host.
you couldn't have picked a better background. That's sick right there.
That thing was huge. And this is the
Man.
event itself.
Man, that's so cool that, Brandon was able and Microsoft were able to do that for you guys.
Yeah,
I mean shit, I wish I could get that. Brandon, I'm talking to you.
yeah,
Come on the
yeah.
show.
Yeah, here's the glimpse of the big stage, but there were no people here. But it was filled with people, and this was the big screen and where they did the grand final. And this is basically the production part of the big stage here.
Yeah, that's pretty good, man. See, I wish I had
Even
stuff like
Valorex
that.
is here. You remember
Yeah,
Valorex, right? Him
good
in
old,
third, I think.
good old Valrat.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's actually
Oh,
still,
I showcased him for winning Combo Breaker.
yeah, he's still, in my mind, the best Cinder player in the world right now,
Mhm.
and he's still, in fact, he switched.
He
I
switched
think,
to Ram?
yeah, he switched to Ram, and still tearing up everybody.
Hmm.
So,
He even moved to Canada. So I do not consider him part of the EU anymore. He knows.
Valorant, if you're watching, I did not say that, okay? I did not say that. He probably doesn't know who I am anyway, so it doesn't matter. So
It's okay.
let's play this trailer really quick.
You mean the trailer for Combo Clash Netherlands, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we did the
Your-
whole shebang. The
your
trailer,
trailer.
canvas. Oh yeah, they featured me for some reason. That was not my call, by the way. It's not like, oh, I have to be in this trailer because, I'm the head of this team. So, fuck it. Yeah, they did pretty well to mix the event with some, KI moments there. Official KI Tour Ultimate Store with our sponsor for the merchandise.
Oh, look at that.
Who was that? Just before he got bopped by Rico, right?
Dutch Brawlers, I remember them.
Yep. Hero of Time. You remember that, Jago?
Yeah, I remember him. God. Friendly people.
Nice. I think like the proudest moment for me that tournament was not only to be able to host it with little or no experience, but also to eventually let the European guys go to World Cup 2016. They did pretty bad, I must say, but that was expected because I think the level of play, at least tournament play, is at a much higher level, especially back then because there were so much more offline tournaments than the people here in Europe. But it was awesome to enable them to go there and experience it by themselves.
Yeah, I mean, especially coming from like a small community as well. Like,
Mhm.
how many players did enter that tournament? The one that you were hosting.
The
At
offline
that,
one,
yeah, the
we
offline
had
one.
like 60, almost 70. We also
Oh,
had some last-minute players who registered at the event itself.
okay.
Um, we had people from different countries, from Luxembourg, from Italy, from France, from the UK, coming over especially for that event to participate.
That is not
It's
small.
pretty good.
That's really good. Yeah, I mean, like coming like like from another country, and then like you're playing like you're literally playing going into like the gauntlet of all gauntlets, and then you know, but to my eyes, it's the experience that counts. It's like, hey, I showed up, I did my best, and I was
You're
able
right.
to compete in the top 32 play players in the KI World Cup. Because like honestly, like once you get into that spot, you're you're literally like golden right there. I mean, like it doesn't matter if you go like 0-2.
Hmm.
Like to me, you're still walking out. You're still walking out with the medal, regardless of what happens. And then, if I remember correctly, all top 32 got paid.
Yeah, also.
Yeah. So like if I was in that person's shoes, I wouldn't even cared. But to me, it's more of the experience that counts for me. Like,
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I think that what I take from my experiences from the offline tournaments is, like just being there, meeting so many people that I know, but also know you,
mhm.
that maybe, once were in your stream we're enjoying your stream and appreciate what you're doing, and just hang out with these guys, because that's basically how I feel still to this day. That yeah, I might have done a little something for the community, uh, and but in the end, I'm just a fan. I'm just a fan of the
Yeah.
game.
I mean,
I'm a fan of the community, and love
yeah,
what I did for
still to
and
the
what I
end
was able to do.
still to the end of the day, like we're all fans of the game and we're loving that that this game still to this day, even though it launched like literally like almost coming up 8 years ago,
Hmm.
and it's still surviving. Yes, we want a new game. We want something new and fresh, but I know Microsoft they're really trying their best, but they just need a developer.
Hmm.
That's all
Yeah,
they need.
yeah, that's all they need.
Yeah. But into your eyes, Chi, from all the years that you have experienced everything that you have ever done in here, what was the biggest take that you got out of this?
I think the biggest take, from starting as a fan, because we started this show with me just playing at arcades,
Mm-hmm.
trying to do ultras, and basically doing things for my own enjoyment. But that kind of changed uh, when I started streaming. That I realized that I can do more than just play a game. I can be there and create a community and do great things, not only for myself but also for the game. And I think that's the biggest take from being like someone with a single narrow view to looking things at a broader perspective, and just do stuff that you like, but also to be open to help out others and make them enjoy the game or the community even more, and then get enjoyment from there. That's basically what I was doing at basically at the end of my not my career, but what I was doing at the end, just trying to help others or trying to help the community. I think that's the biggest take.
Yeah, I mean, like we all appreciate it. Like where you're a fan of the game, or you just popped in and you just like saw like a glimpse of what we do. Like if at the end of the day, if that's what inspired you to play the game, that's all I asked. That's all we
Yeah.
can ask for. And like that's the thing that we always tried to do was to make people play this game. Because I'm like my biggest take on it was, with my friends, if you play Street Fighter 4, you're gonna enjoy this. Because back in season 1, it literally did play like Street Fighter 4. It literally did.
Especially Jago.
Yeah, especially Jago. But then my buddy picked up Fulgore, and then he was like, Sagat! And I go, oh, great, here we go. We do have one more clip, and it's actually a world record that you did. I don't know if somebody broke it or not. I don't think,
Probably not.
you know, but to me, I still believe that this is the world record. 31 enders with Orchid.
With Orchid is the world record. Actually, I have 34 with Hisako, but it's different.
Yeah, that's a little different story. And that was after they patched the glitch, right?
No, it's still there.
Oh, it's still there.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they patched it. But
No.
let's go ahead and take a look at this Orchid right here.
Target spotted.
So how did you figure this one out?
This should be quick.
I think this one was sent to me by Try My AI on Xbox. Just through a message like, hey, look at this. You can do a juggle after the ender. Like just do crouching heavy punch and yeah, keep the opponent in the air. So ultimately, I was optimizing this, the way you see it with against Aghanos. But this took so much time to learn and to actually hit it, because the window of actually dropping it is very, very small. So it
Yeah.
took me maybe 3 weeks to a month to get this right and to record it as well.
I know the feeling. I understand it.
And it seems pointless, right? Because yeah, what are we doing? Why is this useful? Why is this fun? But this was actually, the core of what KI stood for back in the day, just to do fun stuff and things that no other fighting game can do.
Yeah, pretty much. It, and that's the one thing's like I like about Killer Instinct. It's just that you can do stuff like that. Like, give me one other fighting game that can do that. Nothing. And
There's
then
none.
what really amazes me is that when other people see it, they're like, "You can freaking do that." It's kind of like mind blowing.
And this kind of reminded me of the crazy 80 hit combos back in Killer Instinct 1. Like with Cinder, he had like an infinite.
Oh yeah, you couldn't
Combo
stop
had
him.
that as well. So you could do DP all the time, then to keep opponents in the air. That kind of reminded me of that.
But still, to like the end of the day, it's kind of like, you you kind of turned into where I'm just playing this for fun, and then you started playing tournaments, and then pretty much went out of your way and started like really, really supporting the scene,
Right.
which is like a big turnaround, coming from guys like us. But me, I still kind of do both, but I'm kind of like leaning towards more into your direction, where I'm just here just to support. I'll play every now and then, but to me, where I'm standing at is where I'm just here just to support the game.
I think everybody is doing it in their own way, right? I think what you said, the game is doing good. There are online tournaments pretty much every day, or not every day, every week. People are thriving through these online tournaments. People are actually full time streaming this, which is also very good. And then you have people who just are following what they think is best for them or what is best for the community, like following their passion, doing their own thing to support the community.
So we were looking at your ultra combos.
Right.
A lot of people, like I have posted some, but I don't think like a lot of people took me serious. So there is one clip I actually do want to play. Actually,
Sure,
actually two, because like I saw, and this what really really drove me was because of you. This particular character, I was like, oh hell no. Because at first, like I was like, oh, I can beat Mats. Hell yeah, I fucking beat Mats. And then I see you, and I'm just going, oh hell no. I go 235. Oh, there's gotta be a way for me to do this. So here it is.
I think it's the Cinder clip.
Yep. Don't.
Like that was the only reason why I played Cinder at the beginning when he was released, just to do his long ass ultra.
Yeah, that I couldn't agree with you more, because like honestly, that's why I started playing them.
But Cinder has some cool stuff. Like people like Soundy. I'm not sure if you know him, Soundy on Twitter. He's done some crazy stuff with Cinder. Look at this.
I mean, it's just that his ultra combo was like really cool to look at the time.
Yeah, and his taunt was also like pretty great. And the recap? Yeah, I remember this one.
Yep.
Oh, you did the manual there. I see what you did there.
Yeah, I saw that you and Vesper, when you guys activated the instinct, you guys did the recapture and then do the Trailblazer. For me that was really hard to do. Like, I literally spent 3 hours trying to do that, and I kept failing.
I remember the last part is pretty hard to time.
Yeah, like right there.
Like this part, it would always miss, or at least you had to time it very specifically to get the hits. Right.
So with the pyro bombs, like I literally had to time. I literally like had to look at Glacius on the screen and really pay attention. Like he had to be at like a certain depth because the way that I did it was because he with Glacius it was easy because of the hitbox that was on him. He had to fall like a certain depth, but if he was lower than that, it would whiff. So
Right. Yeah, I had trouble hitting that as well.
Yeah, I mean that took so long for me to figure out. Like I was, it's like what you said. Back then, us in training mode, it was hard. Like we'll sit there for hours, pretty much all day just trying to figure this shit out. But to us, that was fun. Like we're oh, I'm gonna get you on this combo. I'm gonna get you. But yeah, you really drove me on that one. But then at the end of the day, I was like, really, I could put a manual into that. So, and I didn't figure that out till like what 3 hours later. Until that time, I was like, jeez. Yeah, and then there's one more that I would like to show.
I'm afraid your path ends here.
I am really bad with names. Boltshulk Baker, thank you for the follow. Where is it?
Guys, for the people in the chat, we're doing a giveaway as well for one of my KI4Life shirts. So if you're not in the giveaway yet, please type shirt to enter.
Yes, please. And we're gonna be drawing the winner pretty much after this video, after we play this. To me, Jay Styles, he literally got the world record from TJ from me, and then I literally just came back, and I was like, all right, I see you, buddy, I see you. And in this particular film, I decided to add my hands. Look at that. Good old TE2.
Look at that. Classic stuff.
Yep. With the Shadow Jago art on there. I think that right there was the hardest part of the combo. Because, like, the opponent has to be at a certain height to get the recapture. Because you couldn't just do it. And then what I saw with Jay Styles, with his Ultra combo, he didn't have a manual. That's how I got the extra hit.
Optimal. Wait, is there another recap?
No. At the time. At the time, that was the only thing I could have figured out, so yeah. So yeah, make sure,
Great.
so yeah, make sure you guys type in shirt, because KI4Life is giving away a free t-shirt. I'm actually going to buy one at the end of the show. I'm actually going to buy 2 of them, now that I think about it. Cause
the wolf pack and the normal one.
I'm actually going to buy the normal one, and then it's a Orchid t-shirt still on there? On the website? Okay, I'm going to buy that one. because that one's actually pretty dope. The chibi.
Team Fire Can.
So yeah, Chi, we pretty much literally talked about mostly everything. Um, here's my $1 million question to you.
Hit
Is
it.
is KI for Life gonna come back to Killer Instinct since it's been booming?
2 words. Stay tuned. That's basically what Microsoft said. Never say never. Never say never.
But other than that, though, like, have you been okay? You know, like I know that you haven't been, you kind of been away for like almost
I
2 to 3
am. Yeah.
years now. Have you been doing
I did some
okay?
streams. I did some streams every now and then. I played a bunch of Fall Guys when it came out because that was super fun to do.
Okay.
I think last year I focused mainly on the Ultra Ender part, like the Orchid combo is an example of that.
Mhm.
And I helped out Rotendo with his KI United tournament because Evo was announced, but then Evo got canceled,
Yeah.
and that was going to be a big thing, right? With COVID and Killer Instinct having the best net code, that would have given KI even more a boost. But that didn't happen, unfortunately. But then Rotendo decided to host KI United, so I helped him, host the tournament, not running the tournament, but in the back helping out with the stream, and that was pretty much it. And didn't really stream KI that much, but yeah, family life is good currently, so I'm doing good. I'm happy. I got married last year. It's on my
Mhm.
Twitter. It's like the one on the top of my post, and yeah, taking a step back in the streaming part. Like if you compare it with a couple of years ago when this game came out, I streamed like crazy. So
Yeah, you
I
did.
paid my dues, and like I said, I would love to come back, make content again, stream, do something with the community. But for this version and this game, there are other people who are doing an awesome job, keeping the community alive, doing great things, not only for themselves but also for the community itself. Like Uncle Scar, Nikki's doing a great job,
Mhm.
Apex, you with a totally different show, not even a tournament, but just talking to people, and Venino, of course, our most famous VTuber. And yeah, I'm happy for the game, but also the people, the new people, right?
Yeah.
The new backbone of the community.
And that's one thing I've been noticing. Like, we're starting to see like fresh new content on the on in our community. Like, I know that like I never heard of VTubers until my friend mentioned it to me. He goes, Maddie, you should be a VTuber. And I go, what the hell is that? Like I didn't even know what it was. And then he sends me a link, and then I'm looking at this and I go, oh no, I am not doing that. But then now it's coming a thing where like you know like they're showing up all over the place.
Hmm.
Now they're showing up in our game.
Yeah.
I'm getting beat up. I'm getting beat up by a little raccoon, of all things. Like
And why not?
how does that happen?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
Shout out back to Dragon Blade Ice, by the way.
yep. And then also there's actually a couple of them. We also have I think we have like a Fox that's been playing Killer Instinct nonstop. And then
Oh, I haven't seen
and then we also have one that's from Japan, and she's just killing it with Thunder right now. Just grabbing people and just
that.
eating up light bars. I mean, it's just amazing, like the fresh talents that are out there right now compared what we were doing, when this game launched. You know what I mean? It's just unbelievable. So to
Yeah, people are working hard to, build their own communities and are thriving. I even forgot to mention Devil May Care because he's doing an awesome job with the 3 versus 3 tournaments, of course. But also giving other people a chance to shine in his tournaments, like the mix up and the different kind of people he's, letting be captains and basically give them a platform to showcase what they can do. that's really awesome to see, of course.
Yeah, Devil. I mean, like him and his team, DMC. Those guys have been doing like awesome jobs. To me, the 3v3, the one that they just had about like about two months ago, tournament of the year for me. Because of the production, what they were doing, the way that they were promoting it. It's
Production
it,
quality,
it's
pretty
literally
great.
off the chart.
It is, yeah.
Like Capcom, take notes. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. So right now we are gonna draw our winner. If you guys have not typed in shirt inside the chat, um, we are doing a giveaway. Be sure to type in shirt inside the chat so that you'll be entered in the drawing. Because I'm about to draw the winner here in about 2 minutes. And it's for the any of the shirts that are gonna be that have been looping right under KI4Life. You can choose any of those four, and be sure to message him your size. And do those come in different colors as well, or
Yeah, it doesn't have to be black. You can have it in ochre yellow or whatever color you like.
Okay.
Pink.
Pink. Oh,
Yep.
don't get me started. I'll grab
Have
pink
it.
too. So yeah, but here's another question for you, Chi. While we're running the timer right now,
Mhm.
if Killer Instinct does get a new game, will we be seeing you?
Definitely, in some way or form. It's a KI4Life for a reason.
Alive.
And I may not have the time that I used to,
Mhm.
or can, stream as dedicated as I used to, but that isn't necessary. Everybody can have their part or contribute their part to the community at all times. So it doesn't even matter if you have like only 1 day, 5 days, 7 days. Every little bit helps to grow the community. So if a new KI comes out, I will definitely get the game.
Mhm.
And like I said, I would love to go back to making content, whether it's streaming, whether it's making YouTube videos. I think that's one of the things that I wish I would grew in more is the not the social part, but the content creator part.
Yeah.
Like more of doing stuff around the game on YouTube, doing different stuff, that kind of stuff. So maybe, who knows? Of course, we need to wait till a new game is going to be announced, and then eventually it will be released. But yeah, would
Yeah.
love to be part of the community again, but then again, haven't really left. Of course, I just haven't been streaming.
Yeah. I mean, to me, still to this day, you were my inspiration of doing what we've been doing for like the past, the past years, and it's been like a really good ride with you, bro. I mean, like I couldn't ask for like a better partner in crime. I mean, it's just one of those where, um, you know, my biggest take on it was the giveaways. Like, we were literally like the only two.
We're like giving away, and you get a color 9, you get a color 9,
Yeah.
and you get a shirt, you get a.
we were the Oprahs of the Killer Instinct community. That's what we were to people.
Right.
But then we'll run into that unfortunate poor soul. Like, can we play? It's like, yeah, sure.
Why not?
Why not?
Dragon Blast says, "Once you're a family, you will never leave the family." Exactly.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more.
Once
Hopefully,
you go KI, you go KI for life.
couldn't say said it even better, my friend. Man, we're getting more viewers in now, and when we're about to draw, Jesus. People, type in shirt right now. I'll give you 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. Type in shirt before I hit enter. Jesus.
Helsing Gun wants to play Tekken 7? Man, you want to go 1 on one with the greatest Lucky Chloe on the planet. People still play Lucky Chloe. Come on, she's even more bottom tier than Orchid. Nobody plays her anymore.
Oh my god. This is now not the time.
That's for another stream. My Tekken history.
Oh man. Getting called out on my show. This is the third time that's happened. Yeah, actually a lot of people were calling out Alex during my show. I'm like, guys, this is now not the time, okay? All right.
Everybody wants a piece of Alex.
And then the other one wasn't my fault. Flash said it, not me. He said it. And then AM just jumped in, and I just went, okay, I'll let this ride one time. But it ended up being the greatest, probably like my favorite episode so far. But right now, this is topping it right now, because
Right.
because honestly, like, me and you, like, we've been grinding since day one, and then unfortunately, like, I understand, from your point of view, like, you're married, you have your priorities set first. So now it's kind of like your passion. You kind of pass the torch to me. So, you know, that's how
You
I
are.
that that's how I look at it. So,
Yeah, thanks for the nice words, man. You deserve it. You earned it all by yourself. You don't need me to pass anything. It was you all along.
yeah, I tried. All right. So, shall we draw our lucky winner?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Let's go ahead.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Helsing Gun.
Oh, we got beef, Housing Gun and me. So that's going to be a first to 10 with Lucky Chloe before you get the shirt.
Oh.
Thanks, Starry Chloe. No, Helsing, we're good. Just DM me your address and your shirt size, and I'll make sure one of these KI4Life shirts comes your way, buddy. Welcome to the stable. Too sweet.
Too sweet.
I just want to, like give one more shout out, something really close to my heart, which we haven't discussed really in depth here.
Yeah,
But
I was about to say, any final words before we take off?
yeah, so I want to give like talk about someone who is dear to me in the KI community. Unfortunately, he did pass away 4 years ago, but he was a big inspiration to me back when the game like wasn't even released yet on the DH forums. He was part of the C88 clan.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
It's Pusha T, C88 Pusha T. I think Helsingon already mentioned him at the beginning of the stream.
Mm-hmm.
But Pusha T was a dear friend of mine. He helped me grow my community, and he was the one supported me and actually encouraging me to stream and give me tips and feedback. And he was also the one that liked my KI4Life idea because he liked Killer Instinct, he liked wrestling. We could talk for hours about it, and I showed him the concept of, hey, I'm thinking of this as my gamer tag, and then later on stream. And he said, yeah, go do it. And he loved my shirt, and he would also be one of the first to have my shirt. And he would go to Super Dojo and that stream or Super Arcade, and people thought he was KI4Life because he was always wearing that shirt. But it's not about the shirt. It was about what he meant to me as an inspiration for giving back to the community and be open to anybody who wants to play and learn the game and what you can do if you can, if you want to inspire people. So for me, Pusha T is a big inspiration. And every year on October 17, which is unfortunately the day that he passed away, I will always give shout out to him and his good friend Ill Will.
Yeah.
And never forget
Yeah.
who he was, what he meant to us, to the community. And people might not even know him, but yeah, he meant a lot. He meant a lot to a lot of people.
Yeah, may God rest his soul. He was just one of those guys that was just like always there. You know what I mean? I did hear about that story. Um, it's unfortunate. Life is too short. Yeah, there's a picture of him right there. Yeah,
Yep.
I totally remember that. Pretty good player as well.
Yeah, he had an awesome saber wolf,
He,
and he was so looking forward to learn TJ. He was there at the start of season 2, and he was actually playing TJ, but he had big plans with TJ. And I think if he was going to these tournaments, he would definitely be a force to reckon with. So, so
yeah,
it may not be a high like that we're ending the show, but I think it's important to
yeah,
spread the message and let's pay homage to the ones that inspired other people. So
yeah. I mean, I couldn't agree with you more. Next week, I always throw up a teaser. I some of you might get it, some of you may not, but hopefully you guys tune in next week. I'm still right now. It's at on Thursday. Today, me and Chi, we were off work today, so this was a little bit easier. That's why I have it for Friday, just to make it a little bit easier for me and him, because he's all the way out in Europe, and then like I'm here in the States, but luckily we can make it work. Um, Chi, is there any more shout outs that you want to do before we take off here?
no, just basically for everyone watching today and enjoying the show. Shout outs to you, especially for doing this and letting people know the players or the people or the people behind the player. I think everybody has his own story to tell and
Hmm.
can be an inspiration in any formal way. And giving those people a platform is very important. So I was glad that you chose me, and I was honored to be part of the show, man. So thank you a lot for this.
Like, dude, I thought about this show like years ago, and I was like, damn, it would be hella good to like fly Chi out here and sit him on the couch, and we can just talk and talk. But
It's the virtual casting couch.
yeah, yeah. But unfortunately, I don't have funds for that. Twitch doesn't even pay attention to me. Twitch, if you're watching, I got something coming. All right. Um, but luckily, I'm not saying, like, luckily, like, as a good thing, but, like, ever since COVID started, and then KI is booming right now, like, I talked about this for, like, years, and then my good old buddy Hanzo, he was like, I think it's time for you to do that show, dude, because of COVID. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna do it. KI's booming right now. I'm gonna do it, man. And then, like, you and Alex V, when Alex V was booming with online tournaments and stuff like that, like you guys were literally like on top of my list for international players. So, and you were actually, you and Avila were the first ones saying, "Are you gonna get international players on?" I go, "Of course." And like, I'm just not gonna like pay attention to like like the top tier players. I'm looking at content creators. I'm looking at you know people who did this since day one. I mean, of course, my first guess at the time was a VTuber. Of all people, it's like, who invites a VTuber onto their show? No one. No one.
You did.
Yeah, because he came off from a hot win at the 3v3, and that was his time to shine. Like, let's dive in this. So, and then like if you're a cosplayer that's watching, yes, I'll interview you. Like Keisha, if you're watching this, I would love to have you on the show. Like, we'll just talk about like, the cosplays of, I'll get anybody. If it's KI related, I'll get anybody on the show. I don't care. I'm just not looking like at top tier players. I'm looking at content creators. I'm looking at this person. I'm looking at that person, or whoever wants to come on the show. Just shoot me a DM on Shadow Virus 916. But anyways, Chi, thank you, my brother. It's been a long time coming for me and you to sit down. I'm glad I was able to sit down with you today, and thank you for taking the time to sit down with me, and for everybody who got to listen to his story from what he has gone through from the beginning. I'm not going to say towards the end, because for you it's not the end right now.
Definitely not. Definitely not. KI will be back.
Yeah. So thanks, man.
And we will live on, so
Yeah, so thank you, Chi, and make sure you guys follow him, youtube.com KI4Life, and then also follow him at Twitter at was it the real KI4Life?
yeah, that's my Twitter.
Yeah,
Correct.
and then also twitch.tv / KI4Life. You can catch him streaming whenever he gets a chance, but then also hopefully when the new game comes out, hopefully you come back and build that fire in me once again. Me and you will do all time sake, and maybe even stream one day. Me and you see who can get the furthest, and then one of us can't do it anymore. Fuck it, take it. Just take it. So, anyways, guys, I'm actually gonna leave you guys on this clear note. We are gonna find somebody to raid. Chi, thanks, my brother, dude, for coming through and
Good luck
making
with
this
the tournament, the Jago tournament tomorrow, man.
Oh yeah. For those that don't know, tomorrow here at this channel, we are doing a Jago only tournament tomorrow. Starting at 3 p.m. Pacific Start Time. It is an open bracket right now. The link is on my Twitter page. It's pinned onto my page right now. So if you guys go to the challenge, sign up. It's hosted by me and a little raccoon, Venito FGC. It's been an idea for us to do this tournament. So, I just had to have a partner. And Venito was by far one of the partners I needed. And the art, the banner, and the artwork was done by Venom Buster. Shout out to Venom Buster for that one. So if you guys show up tomorrow, even if you guys don't enter, just show up tomorrow. Just show up and watch. Because I have something for viewers. Because, I not only KI4Life gave away a free t-shirt today, I'm giving out Jago 11 color 10 Jago 11 codes to the viewers. So make sure you guys tune in for that. So if you're not there, once they're gone, they're gone. And I don't know what to tell you, so don't miss your opportunity tomorrow. So, Chi, thank you again, my brother, dude. I mean, it's been a long time coming, bro, and hopefully you and your wife do well in the future. Hope you guys are staying healthy.
For sure.
That's probably should be number one's priority. And hopefully when COVID lifts and stuff like that, we get a new game. Hope that we can bump into each other again.
Cool. Thank you again, man.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time with me, bro. I appreciate it. And we're actually gonna go raid somebody, but I'm gonna leave you guys with this outro really quick. And I've never done an outro before, so this is the first time for everything, right?
Welcome to SmackDown Hotel. SmackDown Hotel. Welcome. Smacks Down Hotel. KI4Life. Welcome. Smacks Down Hotel. KI4Life. KI4Life. Smacks Down Hotel.